Well, we are Dale and Michelle Seelbach. We had been married about a year when we moved to Denver in June of 1979. So we just had our 41st wedding anniversary and our 40th North Denver Sloan's Lake anniversary. And we've got a lot of memories in this building.
And we do have a lot of memories. And you know, in 40 years, it's hard to believe that this church has stuck with us for so long. But, you know, when I think back, our kids have been born here. This was their first
Well,
place.
not born.
They were not born here. They were born, and they came to church here.
Right.
Their very first Sunday as newborns. They were dedicated here at the church. They had friends growing up here. They're part of the youth group. And then our grandchildren are even going to be dedicated in the building, and that's pretty exciting. And you know, when I think about all the years that we've been here, we've seen changes, we've seen renovations, we've done activities in the church that are way too long to mention, and we've seen a lot of people come and go in that amount of time. Good memories.
Well, I met a pastor from Alabama years ago. His name was Jim Usher. And Jim would talk about how the church is not a building, but he would also say facilities facilitate, and which is a true statement. And it's becoming apparent that this facility is making it harder and harder and a lot more expensive to facilitate. You know, I think sometimes we need to be reminded how big God is. It's kind of like, well, do we paint a wall or do we build a building? Well, normally I would say, let's just paint a wall. But God says, come on, let's build a building. And for the creator of the universe, that's nothing. We just need to be willing to get on the God train.
That's true. And when I think about our church vision, it's helping you become more like Jesus. It's exciting for us to be able to see the vision of our church by thinking of us as a modern facilities that's going to be able to free us up to have more staffing and more resources in our church. And it's exciting to think that we're going to be able to bring Arvada along with us through that process. One of my favorite scriptures is Jeremiah 29:11, and that verse says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for your well-being, not for disaster, but to give you future and hope."
Well, 67 years ago, there was a congregation at 34th and Vallejo, and they had a vision to build this building way out there at 28th and Utica. They must have heard there was a lake out here or something. And I'm sure there were some in that congregation that said, but I love this building. But, you know, they were willing to get on that God train. And Isaiah 6:8, the Lord asks, who shall I send? And we should respond, here we are, send us.